my name is Iris Compiet. I'm an illustrator and artist from the Netherlands, and I predominantly paint fantasy. I work 100% traditional. So I work with oils, watercolors, drying gouache, which is tricky, but I also do sculpts, and basically I do anything and everything that I feel like doing. I am a freelancer, got my own business, and I work for various clients from Harper Collins in New York to Magic the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast. And I've recently illustrated the official Dark Crystal Bestiary. And then I have written and created my own world called Fairies of the Faultlines, and that's going to be republished next year, June 21st. And it's all about fairies. And that's basically the Kickstarter of my career. It's been the Kickstarter of where I am right now. Quite early on in my life, I decided I wanted to be an artist. So I found this book in the forbidden section of the local library. I call it the forbidden section because it sounds way cooler than the grown-up section. But it was Fairies by Brian Froud and Alan Lee. And that was the first time something clicked in my mind where I saw something that I wanted to do, and I related that to it being a real job. So somebody got paid to paint these pictures, and I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And I loved going to the Efteling, for instance, and the book Gnomes by Rien Poortvliet. That was my life. Lord of the Rings, that kind of stuff. And yeah, at the age of 7, I proclaimed I'm going to be an artist. I had no idea how ever to do that. I think the main thing I've learned between the rock bottom parts, hitting rock bottom, and then you know, finding your voice and finding your career, is that it's so important to be authentic and to follow what is truly yours. I tried doing digital art, definitely, I tried to do that, but I hate every single second of me trying to do digital, because I have no connection with the paper or the material, or, you know, I need that tactile. I need to feel the paper. I need to see what happens when my brush touches the paper, because every single time it's different. Whereas in a computer, it's just pixels. It's pretty much, to me, that's personally boring. I see lots of artists doing wonderful stuff, and I can't do it because I can't have that relationship. So I know that that's not me, and I will never be able to create authentic, good art. I can create something that looks good, but it lacks soul. I think that's very important, to not forget yourself, and not forget why you're an artist, not forget the reason why you wanted to be an artist in the first place. I've never set out to build a brand or to consciously create something of a persona. What I do is who I am, and what you see is who I am, and what I post is raw, is the stuff that it's on my table. It's not edited. Like, I will post my so-called fuck-ups. There's no shame in that. So yeah, how do I build my brand? It's just again, authenticity. I stick by myself. I stay with what I feel comfortable with, and other people are really into setting the stage for their photographs, and you know, they edit everything, and that's perfectly fine if you want to do that. I don't. I never send in my artwork to companies or anything, really. I've been very lucky in that, in a sense, that art directors found me. They saw my art on Instagram, on Twitter, and they thought, we need her. So that's the way I gotten the jobs, and that paid the bills. And the Dark Crystal was also something like that. I got an email saying that Brian Froud had mentioned my name as the only artist he thought was able to pick up his pencils. I never thought that would be a goal of mine. So no, I try not to have set goals, because by setting too many goals, I'm afraid I'll miss some opportunities that I would never think of. So I have a general direction I want to go in. That's the general direction, is I want to be 111 and die with a paintbrush in my hand. So that's the general direction I'm going in, and we'll see what happens in between. Everything is just extra, and it's just amazing. So yeah, I enjoy the detours, and I enjoy the experiments, and I make mistakes, and I say yes to contracts that I shouldn't have said yes to, but you know, you have to have the experience. So yeah, that's I think how I view my art and my business as an artist. I'm quite, does it feel right? Then I'll do it. If it doesn't, I won't. One of the most important things is to retain some kind of thinking of a child, looking at the world with the eyes of a child, with wonder, and not take everything for granted. So not be the adult logical brain continuously. You have to wonder, you have to think about the weird explanations. And that makes it interesting, and that makes normal life interesting, and that makes for interesting stories and for interesting art. If you are able to look at things and just envision them as being something completely different. Put things in your portfolio that you want to do. So if you want to paint dragons, put dragons in your portfolio, because that'll attract the clients that you are looking for. Don't put in sci-fi cars or whatever if that's not what you want to do, but you want to show it because you can do it. There's no sense in putting anything on show that you absolutely hate doing. Experiment, have fun, especially have fun, don't be afraid. And you know, failure doesn't exist, it's just an experiment that you had to do. I think that's important, to no longer fear failure, just have fun with it. It's never about the end result in my case, it's always about the journey.